Welcome, seeker. It's your immigration Moses, welcoming you to another journey towards your promised land. Here we part the waters of confusion, clear the deserts of misinformation, and guide you through the wilderness of immigration challenges. Together, we'll explore pathways, share inspiring stories, and deliver powerful insights that will illuminate your road ahead. So buckle up, stay hopeful, and let's make your immigration dreams a reality.
Hey guys, welcome to this iteration of the Immigration Moses podcast. I'm your host, as always, your Immigration Moses. Always with you, try to help you navigate this maze that they call the U.S. immigration system. So during the last episode, we talked about a lot of different things, and I asked for questions. So we have a bunch of questions. I'll go through those questions. I know there's a lot of uncertainty right now between the executive branch, the legislative branch, and the judiciary. So a lot of the questions that I'll be touching on today stem from that place of fear. I want to be able to give you that comfort, because once you have those answers, as I told you last time, knowledge is power. The question talks about, can my U.S. citizen child sponsor me for a green card? Of course, yes, but only after they turn 21. That's when they can sponsor you for a green card. So even then, if you entered the U.S. unlawfully, you may not be able to adjust status inside the U.S. without a waiver or having to leave the country, which could trigger a re-entry bar. That's what I'm saying. There's just so many different facets of this law that is not a streamlined interpretation. So your case is different. Everybody's case is different. And the facts surrounding your case are different. That's why you need a trusted immigration firm like Diaspora Asset Management, or yours truly, your Immigration Moses, or any trusted legal U.S. attorney or legal accredited representative for any organization like a nonprofit to be able to help you navigate this immigration maze. All right. Once you have a child who's a U.S. citizen and they are at age where they can petition for you, just always reach out and consult with an immigration attorney so you can actually understand what your options are. They can look into the totality of your case and be able to provide you with appropriate guidance that is tailored to your specific case and your specific scenario. All right. Well, another question that was asked, I think we already answered this. Will getting benefit for my children or my U.S. citizen kids affect my status or future immigration options? Well, this is different. This is not you getting the benefits, it's for your children. So no, benefits like Medicaid, SNAP, WIC, or housing aid used by U.S. citizen children do not count against the undocumented parents under the public charge rules. If it's for your children, then no. If it's for yourself, which is one of those areas too that is a very gray area. If your children are benefiting, somebody might interpret it that you are benefiting. But with this administration, we never know. So it's just one of those things that make sure you reach out to an accredited representative, reach out to an attorney for guidance. All right? Just make sure your children list your child as the recipient and keep benefit letters and IDs organized in case of confusion later down the line. All right, this is a good one. So they say if immigration comes, so I'm deducing from this that they're talking about if ICE comes, what happens to my kids who are U.S. citizens? Okay. If you, as an undocumented person, are detained or deported, your children, of course, can remain in the U.S., but you must have a plan in place if a situation like that comes up. So make sure you create a legal guardianship or temporary custody plan. So you probably have people within your circle who can fill those gaps. All right, make sure you trust the family members and friends have notarized permission to care for your children in your absence. All right, and as always, just make sure you keep their important documents in an easily accessible place but secure space so they can be reached if you are indisposed. All right. The next question that I received was, we're a family with some undocumented members and some on visas. What is the safest thing we can do right now? This is a very interesting question, and I know there are a lot of families that fall within this realm, right? Just make sure everyone with status keeps it current. That's the first thing I'll tell you. So just renew visas, make sure you file stuff on time, make sure everybody who is in current status keeps that status current. So for undocumented family members, just consult with an attorney, consult with Diaspora Asset Management or any trusted attorney or accredited representative from a nonprofit organization. So just make sure you consult with them so you can actually know what your options are. All right. And they can help you to explore other options like VAWA, Violence Against Women's Act, U visas, asylum, TP, or any future reform pathways. Just avoid risky travel or unnecessary exposure to immigration enforcement. And this is one thing that I've mentioned before, and I'll keep mentioning and reiterating. Avoid risky travel or unnecessary exposure to immigration enforcement. So if you can stay home, if you don't need to, don't be out in the streets. Don't give them an opportunity that they can leverage against you because of your status, whether you're in legal status or not, whether you're in documented status or not. You know that. So make sure you protect yourself. Make sure you keep your power by protecting yourself first and foremost. All right? And your loved ones. All right. Just always stick with verified legal resources and avoid those who exploit immigrants. The next question, can we all apply for something together, like through a family petition or adjustment case? Well, not usually. I really need to know a little bit more about this to provide a more tailored answer. Each person's case is based on their individual immigration history and eligibility. So somebody within that same family group might be eligible while another is not. So you can't just bunch everybody within the same family group. So, however though, one approved case, like a spouse getting a green card, could sometimes help another, right, indirectly through the future sponsorship or waivers. So that's one thing you have to be mindful of. So, as always, just reach out to a qualified immigration source or an attorney, yours truly, Immigration Moses, yours, or reach out to Diaspora Asset Management for all your legal and immigration assistance. Or you can reach out to any accredited representative or any nonprofits that do help immigrants navigate this maze that we call the U.S. immigration system. All right? So thank you so much for these questions. I really love this engagement and interaction. And we'll keep looking forward to additional questions that you guys may present. And I'm more than happy to provide guidance and provide you with the answers that you need. All right? As always, subscribe, share, and don't forget to submit your questions in the comment sections at the bottom. We'll answer those in our next iteration for your Immigration Moses podcast. Stay blessed.